Hey y'all, it's Leanne, Small Town Stitches, and I am back with my October update. May look a little bit different. I'm sitting on a stool instead of on the floor because I just got out of work and I don't want to sit on the floor. So it's October 2nd, it's Friday, and I usually film on Saturday mornings, but my daughter is sleeping when I got home, so I figured let's try and do it right now. Let's see. I have lots of finishes, not as much stitching as I would have liked, but we roll with the punches, right? So let's talk life. Life has been very, very busy. Husband's been working a ton, either on bikes or, with our buddy. This moves, so I'm trying not to. Daughter is loving school. So they just finished week 4. And she's loving it. She's doing really well. And she actually gets upset when she can't go to school on the weekend. This mama needs the weekend. Let's not have to work through the whole thing, please. Thank you. Work has been crazy busy. And then on top of already being busy, we have one coordinator who's been working from home for 5 months, and her doctor told her that in order to come back to work, he wants to see her in the office. Cool. Most doctors do. But then he's refusing to let her come into the office to schedule the appointment. So I had to drive out to Port Huron to work from that office because that's where our faxes come in every single day this week. For those who don't know, it's an hour and 20-minute drive one way. So I spent almost 3 hours every day driving, 15 hours in the car this whole week. I am done driving. It's a beautiful view. I'll insert a picture. This is a freight liner coming down the St. Clair River. Across that, you can actually see that's Sarnia, Canada. So you have, the Port Huron side, you have the St. Clair River, and then you can see Sarnia, Canada. So it's a beautiful view. But the drive is not, it just kills it for me. So things have been very busy here. It's now starting to feel like fall. This morning when I got up to go to work, it was 36 degrees outside. So, yeah, a little chilly. But during the day, it's not freezing. So we still haven't officially turned on the heater, the furnace in the house. We have a little space heater upstairs, which just knocks it down enough. And I have a wood burning fireplace downstairs. So I'm stalling it as long as I possibly can, although it's probably going to have to be kicked on soon. We need to also cut a bunch of wood up too for the wood burning fireplace. Anyways, yeah. Work's been crazy. I'll put it that way for the last 3 weeks. I've been trying to do some sewing, do some stitching. Susanna, you just texted me. I've done some finishing. So let's just segue this into the FFO section. How's that? All right. So I officially finished 2 things, but I dug through my whip that I showed you guys. I think, was it in the last video that I dug through my whips? I have fully finished 6 things. You heard me right, 6 things. Actually, I finished 3. Anyways, we'll start with a non-FFO. It was actually on my acrostic for this month, and I finished it. I don't remember how many stitches it got. This is going to be a different layout video because I'm not used to having so many finishes. So the Lord's Prayer is finished. It actually only took 1,068 stitches to complete this, and it is done. It is not ironed, but it is done. and I am so happy with it. Again, not called for colors. They're a mix of color and cotton and Victorian motto, and I love it. I think it's gonna, my mom and dad are gonna really like it, and I'm stoked to have this finished. I actually need to, the joke is, so my parents have my first piece that I framed hanging in their house, and it is the wonkiest frame job ever. I told my parents I'm just gonna take it back, get a custom frame for it, and give it back to them. My mom's like, it's fine. No, it's not. It's like this much of a margin on the side and like this much at the bottom. It's not fine. It's not fine, Mom. It's just not fine. So that was finish number 1. That's the only one that's not fully finished. So next, for my fully finished, I actually finished this piece up. I spun it, I believe, after the video last time. I don't even remember. Who knows anymore? That's the kind of couple weeks I've been having. But it's finished. And this is Kiss Me Under the Light of 1,000 Stars. I'm trying to hold it so you don't get a ton of glare. I love it. You can, if I try to bring it in closer, you can really see the opalescent. And it turned out really well. So it's in my husband and Maya's bedroom. And I love it. I have an FFO. Again, not something I get to say very often. All right, my last framed piece, you may remember, I finished it not too long ago. And it is my 'Twas the Night by Sue Hillis. And if you'll remember, I didn't do the border, it just did the wording. And I was looking for a frame. It fits in a typical 11 by 14, so it wasn't like it was too difficult to find, but I was just being lazy and I couldn't find anything in particular. So when they were cleaning out my grandpa's apartment, which he hadn't lived in for a little while before he passed away because he lived with my parents because my mom was his caregiver, they took all his frames that no one really wanted. People wanted the pictures, not the frames per se. And my mom gave all the frames to me because she knows I need them for finishing. You guys, there's an 11 by 14 frame in here. And my mom's like, you may just want to finish it. You know, it's kind of dated or whatever. I didn't finish it. Here it is. This is my 'Twas the Night by Sue Hillis now. This was my grandpa. It's not really glass. It's more of like a plexiglass. So that's why there's no glare. I love it because it's like having grandpa at Christmas because it was grandpa's frame. So you can still see the opalescent, and I really, really, really like this, and I like the simplicity of it, especially with the frame. It just adds to it even more. So I'm super excited. I'm excited to hang this up and bring it out this year, Christmas time, and that's FFO number 2. FFO number 3. Well, that's like 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually worked on this month. This was one of my pieces, and it got 636 stitches before it was fully finished. So I've mentioned a couple of my acrostic already, but I finished Autumn by Country Cottage Needleworks, and I fully finished it as well. I love this. Is it perfect? No, but it's the first one I've ever done like this of my pieces. This is actually on this, so it'll be changed out every season. And you heard me because I fully finished the rest of them. So that's autumn, and then we have winter. It's a little not super, I love this. So there's winter, spring, and summer. Summer Outdoor is the only one I changed some of the wording in to fit my family. I added barbecue and bonfire. I think those were the two that I actually added in. But I think out of all of them, my color wise, I decided to fully do my own and change things, houses and stuff. I really like my autumn one. So this stays downstairs right now. I have these upstairs where I can just switch them out seasonally as need be. And I love them. I feel like Nell. I actually finished stuff. If you guys are not watching Nell from Little Yellow House Crafts, go check her out. I love her. She's like a ray of sunshine. So yeah, one piece not fully finished, but I fully finished 6 things. That's amazing and completely unheard of for me, like completely. So yeah, so we'll get into my acrostic now. I had trouble this month with my acrostic. I don't know if it was from whip spinning or wheel spinning. I don't know what it is, because I had the drive to stitch. I stitched, I just didn't, like this whole past week, like from driving and running, like I was so busy at work, like I just wanted to come home and sleep. I don't know about anybody else. So I stitched, but I just didn't stitch as much as I would have liked. That being said, let's talk about our acrostic. So September's was 1,440 minutes. You had to tie that in. And I did. Some got more stitching than others. So my first was not the Lord's Prayer, was Firefighter. And I originally was gonna do like a whole week, every night, stitch on one. So whole 7 days on one, whole 7 days on the next, full coverage at night. But I wanted to stitch on other things at night, so that only worked for a little while. So I did Firefighter, which got 2,242 stitches. This is where Firefighter was last time. You guys saw it last month. And this is where Firefighter is now. Everybody's favorite piece. Here we come. Here we go. There it is. Here, let me bring it closer so you can actually see it. So much helmet. So this is officially as wide as it will be. This is a mini. This is as wide as this piece will be. So this is page 4, and when this is done, I work my way down. So there it is. So I'm using this piece for 20 and 20, which is a challenge through Full Coverage Fanatics, which is a group on Facebook. I will link below. I only need 2,266 stitches left to actually complete the 20,000 stitches on one project in 2020. You heard me right. So this is where this piece was at the end of January when I started counting it for the challenge. This is it now. That's a lot of progress, especially for working on a lot of other things and actually having some finishes. So I'm stoked. I'm super excited. So there's a mini Hometown Hero Firefighter charted by Haid. The artwork is done by Donna Gelsinger. She is one of my favorite Heaven and Earth Designs artists, hands down. Next we have Halloween Night. This is one of my pieces. I just didn't get as much done as I wanted to. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. Halloween Night actually only got like 921 stitches. I'll show you where it's at though, which is right here. You can definitely see that tree, and you can definitely see the tree there. I'm shocked, like no one talks about this piece that much, but I love this piece. I'm so excited to see it come to life. And I I usually will do like Firefighter and then I'll move to this one as my next, or vice versa, and it's really nice because the colors are completely different in them. So look at that detail in that tree though. So exciting, so exciting. So yeah, I'm a full coverage freak, if you can't tell. I like big projects, but I like doing small things too. I'm just a hot mess express. Okay, so next thing I worked on was Frozen by Don't Stitch. I got this back out this month. I really need to work on this for my daughter. This is where you saw it last time. I think this one actually got 1,218 stitches. It is still on my hoop. And here it is now. This is, what page is this? I don't remember. Page whatever. 4 on top, so this was page like take 8 or whatever, but that's not how it's numbered. There's some more fill-in. It's not as full coverage as like over here, but I'm really liking this. After this one, I only have the 4 on the bottom and they're not all full pages. So I'm really excited how that came out. I just pretty much did this color, which is, this is all the same color, and just this. All 1,218 stitches. 2 colors. So I'm excited to get this done. 4 more pages after that. It's still full coverage, but it doesn't feel full coverage to me. So like when I want to break, go to this. Okay, next is my Linen and Threads 2020 sampler. My goal was to finish the September block. I did. I ended up with 1,350 stitches. This is where the Linen Threads 2020 sampler was last time you guys saw it. Again, this is a free sale. I will list it below. You can get all of them all the way back to January. The only thing I have done different is I have taken out the letters that are in between the motifs, because one, I don't stitch alphabets. You'll learn that about me. I don't stitch random alphabets. I don't like random alphabets. For those that do, they're beautiful. It's just not something that I enjoy. I don't like stitching random numbers either. That's just me. Here it is now. So I believe that this motif, the side of it, is going to be the end of the piece, as wide as it is. So as you can see, not a lot of random motifs. The only one that has is my initials and the year. This is on a rust color from To Die For Fabrics with DMC, what is it, 3862? Nope, 3823, completely wrong. I have to print off October. I don't even know what it looks like yet. I haven't even looked. And I did a tiny, and I mean tiny bit more left on April, which April just needs this part finished. April is the block that never ends, because this giant motif is April. So there is the Linen and Threads. And I said in my last video, Kimberly from Dying for Cross Stitch decided to discontinue her fabrics. Guess who's back up and running? She is, and I'm so excited. She lists on Facebook, as well as what doesn't sell on Facebook lists on Etsy. So check her out. To Die For Fabrics. Die is D-Y-E, not die. I'm so excited. I love her fabrics. Okay. Next is Marry Noel by Sue Hillis. I will insert a picture of where this was last time. This one actually got, I'm looking at my thing, 1,200 exactly. And I love this piece. Here it is now. I love this piece. So this is done on an 18 count opalescent Aida, but it's like a white opalescent instead of like a silver or gold. And it's stitched with Bleeding Heart by Threadworks. So I love this. So I'm stitching this along with Susanna Rebuilding Rosie. and she's stitching hers on a variegated like purplish color from Dying for Cross Stitch. So it's kind of really cool to see the difference in ours. Mine are just the more traditional Christmas reds and hers are more purples, which I guess that's what her family does. So love it. Next is Lakeside, Mini Lakeside by Hade, artwork by Donna Gelsinger. This one I almost shouldn't even show you, like really. This only got a whopping like 224 stitches this month, and I'll explain to you why. I'll insert where this was last time. Again, you can't see very much. Here it is now. That's it. That's all I did. Trees, sky. So I think why it is I like to work in rows, and I have not had an issue with page lines, breaks, anything like that. I'd work Hometown Hero Firefighter the same way. But all of these, I found out I was missing 3 colors. So I think right then and there, because I couldn't work it the way I wanted it to, it just killed my bug. So that's all I got done. That's 2 rows right there. So that's the start of a 3rd. So not much progress to show there. It's not that interesting. All right, I already showed you Autumn. I already showed you the Lord's Prayer. Monster March. This is where Monster March was last month. For those who don't know, I haven't been showing patterns. Well, all my full coverages are whatever. This is this one, Monster March by Glennon & Place. Apparently, filming videos after coming home from work is not the best thing because I'm a little frazzled. But it's quiet right now. This is where this is now. So this month I did the bat, I did some lettering, this is gonna be a werewolf, and I really did some more border on the bottom and continued that on. So I'm excited. I think this is 2, 4, 5. So this is sort of the 6th, so there's only 2 more monsters after him. This is To Die For fabrics as well. The colors for it are the charted DMC colors for the darker version of the piece. I don't know, it's in the thing. Love it. Okay, so the last thing I stitched on in August, I gave it 2 different slots. So altogether I had like over 1,800 stitches because I charted them in 2 different letters. And that would be the Shannon Christine Christmas ornaments. If you haven't seen them, I will insert a picture of them here. I love them. So in September, I finished 2. These are the 2 I finished. I did Holly Jolly and 'Tis the Season. The only thing I changed, I'm doing all her charted DMC colors except the browns. I didn't like the 2 shades of browns that were included, so I switched them up myself. Actually, I switched a couple things, I lied. The darker brown is Dark Truffle by Color and Cotton, and the lighter brown is Black Walnut by Color and Cotton. Those are my 2 browns. Instead of Krynic, I used Petite Treasure Braid in PB26. That's my gold color for my Krynic. And for white, instead of B5200, I went with Sulky White. This is fun to stitch with. But it's the 2nd of September. I've already started working a little bit. So if you're part of the club, you get the 2 ornaments a month. If you are part of her club, then you're allowed in her Facebook club group, which she gives a freebie away every month. She takes it down at the end of the month though, so you need to save it when it comes out. There was a couple people complaining about that. I know she's posted it before, but The other 2 previously released club ones will stay out. The bonus ones will disappear. So far in October, I have started stitching the first bonus one, the August bonus one, and that is what's on my hoop right now. As you can see, my Krynic says do not open until, and it's going to say the 25th or 25, and it says December, and this is going on the bottom again. And I need to give Rudolph a red nose. So they're quick, they're easy, but they are a lot of stitches, but I love seeing, I'm going to have ornaments. I'm going to have 3 ornaments already. So that's what I'm stitching my first one so far. That's my stitching. All whopping, what did I say? It was like 12,000. I didn't add it on here. It was like 12,300 and something stitches that I ended September with. So it was a lot, but it just, you know me, sometimes I've had 20,000 in a month. That doesn't happen very often. All right. So, we'll talk plans for October, and then we'll talk haul. I'll show you guys some things, and then we have a giveaway to announce. So, let's talk October plans. Some of it kind of ties into haul. They integrate themselves. We'll save those on. So, we have 2 full coverages I'm starting this month. You heard me. So the first is going to be Cigar Box. I'll insert a picture of that here. It's by Tilton Crafts. This is going to be a piece for my husband. This one he's allowed to know about. I'm going to stitch this on a 20 count Aida, white Aida, with CXC flosses. I'll talk about that a little bit. Next is going to be, I'm going to do Christmas Quaker, Monster March, Crosswords coming back out, y'all. Mini Hometown Firefighter, Merry Noel. My second full coverage I will be starting, which is something I bought, so it's included in haul. I bought Middle Earth by Tilton Crafts. Yes, I did. This thing is enormous. I'm not even joking with you right now. But that will be started. I'll be stitching on it for 60 years. Probably not, because I'll be dead, but we'll work on the October block for 2020. Hopefully we are going to work on our ink circles, Frozen, and then the August Christmas ornament. So yeah. While we're talking, we're going to start into haul. While we're talking about CXC, I'm going to show you these. I placed an order through, I want to say it was Thread Hut on Etsy. Ugh. Having problems. And I was hearing people talk about CXC floss. So it's comparable to DMC. They have the same number as DMC. Some people just say it doesn't quite have the sheen, but now DMC is getting over 60 cents a skein, and I got these for 30 cents a skein. So I contacted her, messaged her, said I was interested in purchasing, I don't know how many I ordered, was it like 239 flosses? And she created a custom order, sent it to me with the price that it would be, and I paid for it. She's in the United Kingdom. I don't know how, I mean, I know there's this whole thing with the Postal Service right now, but it took stuff from the United Kingdom to get to my house less time than it takes to get around the United States. It took 8 days, that's it. 8 days is it at my house. A little crazy if you ask me. So anyways, so this is how it came. Oh, what? Am I missing one? I think I dropped one. Oh, they're next to me. Losing my head, y'all. It's Friday. So they came like this. Yes, this is all the stuff I bought for 2 full coverage patterns. So this is Cigar Box. She actually I sent her the pictures of my floss list and she pulled them, and she also wrote for which piece they were for. I don't have to search, I can just wind and it's gonna be amazing. Some of them, like this, is mostly all the same color. DMC doesn't make a cone of it, so I'm not winding 28 skeins of the same color. So I have lots of winding to do for October as well. I'll let that be my screen grab. That was one thing I purchased. Next, you can't have a Lord of the Rings pattern without making a Lord of the Rings bag. So Susanna Rebuilding Rosie and I are starting this pattern together. She has the same one. The red is on the inside. It's a Lord of the Rings. We're ready. Minus the floss being ready, we're ready. So I made this. This was my one bag I made for myself. I do need one more, so I'm gonna have to make one more big bag for my big pieces. All right, let's figure this out. I won a giveaway from Priscilla and Chelsea, and I was able to pick a PDF chart of my choice. This was a couple weeks ago, from their shop, and there was one in particular I was looking at, so I definitely requested it. This is Long May She Wave. I love it. I may omit the chickens. I love chickens. I love farm, but I don't know if I want it. I'm still debating on my piece. So that was a giveaway I won from Priscilla and Chelsea, and I'm super excited. Y'all remember me saying that Kimberly's back from To Dye for Fabrics. This is To Dye for Fabrics. Isn't this amazing? It's so good. So this is the piece right here. I paid for a fat quarter. I don't know if this is a fat quarter, but it's enormous and it's beautiful, and I'm going to love every bit of it. It's an opalescent too. So I'm super stoked Kimberly is back. I will list her group below. I have so much haul. In my defense, some of this I sold some threads on Stash Unloading, so why I bought a lot of stuff. Some of it was stuff I sold to get it. All right, so this was a pattern that came in. Don't ever buy patterns by itself, so I don't know what it came with, but this is September. I may have showed this last time and put everything else away, but I don't remember. There's September for my Prairie Schooler. I have my flosses I got last time after the video, I think. Hopefully, because I don't think I showed these. So I have Bazaar. These are from Dyeing for Cross Stitch. I have Antique Peacock. Nope, those were two different colors. One was Antique Peacock. This is Antique Peacock. This is Earth. Huh. And Firebane. I love this. Look at that. So those were mine from, I think they came after my video last month. I didn't quite, nothing called to me that she posted today. She posts every 2 weeks on Dyeing for Cross Stitch on a Friday and gives you 3 days. Basically, she gets them done and then ships, they come to you and she posts the next ones. So this is from 2 weeks ago that she posted. Her floss comes in 10-yard skeins. If you get the big ones, that's 50. I bought one Patriotic, so a 10-yard Patriotic, a 10-yard of Desert Night, and a 10 of Everything Pumpkin. They're all cottons too. And then I don't generally buy stuff this variegated, but I wanted to. I don't know, it looked cool online. This is an 18 count and she named it Jack. And it is very Halloween-y. So I don't know what I will be using this for. Mine's a lot more black than gray. Some people's are more gray, but it's really cool. It's perfect for Halloween. It'll be getting used for something, right? All right, next we have my last, you heard me, Color and Cotton Floss of the Month Club. I stopped for a little bit because I've been noticing my variegated floss is just, I mean, I buy through there. It's just through the roof and I need more consistent colors a little bit. So I joined Victorian Mottos back again. I'm only getting 6 a month. It's less for more thread technically. I spoke to Nancy. I still haven't gotten my August or my September fabric yet. I'm not worried about it. I told her I just have one big order coming at once because I just paid for October. Nancy, if anyone didn't know, is on crutches and has been for 7 weeks. So she's been trying to do everything she can be from home, and her son, I believe, has been trying to help her as much as he can. So, but these are my last Color and Cottons. So we have Garland, which is this like hunter green, army green, Ghost, Glacier Blue, Glowworm. Go figure, the month I do this, hardly any of them are super variegated. That being said, this is Goblin. Super cool. That's gonna have to be done something with Halloween. Golden Ale, Granite, Grape, perfect grape, purple color, Grasshopper, Grizzly, it's gray, it's dark gray, my color, and that's it. Okay, so now we were talking about, actually before I show the last one, I'll show some fabrics that I dyed. I decided to dye a couple things of fabric that were just floating around and just messing around. I added more blue to this one. This is how this one turned out. They haven't been ironed yet, so they're super wrinkly. But it's just a really dark chalkboard blue. So there's that one I dyed. These next two I think are my favorite. There's this one. That's just gray and blue together. This one has more gray than blue. And that's this one. So those are the ones I dyed. And I'm excited to use those eventually somewhere, somehow. So I told you I sold a bunch of threads. This is what I bought with that stuff. A big old stash. So I bought 200 plastic bobbins, because I showed you all the thread I got to bobbinate. The 3 missing DMC that I needed, thank you, 796, 906, and 820. Amazon Prime just honked their horn. I bought all the called for colors to start Prairie Life eventually. They're beautiful, and weeks generally aren't my one I generally gravitate towards, but these colors are just gorgeous, and I like the pattern so much. I had to go with the called for. I just had to. And I bought 25 count, you heard me right, it's a giant piece of fabric for Middle Earth. So, Middle Earth fabric, Middle Earth bag. Voila. That's ready to go. The other thing I bought from that 1, 2, 3 stitch order was a couple more of the Prairie Schoolers. I bought Nutcrackers, which I have been eyeing for I don't even know how long, years. And I bought October, which is cardstock, and November, which is not cardstock, but it doesn't matter to me. So I got 2 more. I need 7 more. I may or may not have ordered. If you watch this video before the end of Friday, which is today, threadsandtwine.com is having a sale, 40% off just charts. Sale 40 is the code. I saved over $22 on the patterns that I ordered from her. You heard me. I'm stoked. Is that all my haul? Did I just blow through it that fast? That's my haul. No, I don't feel as bad because it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. I think we have a giveaway to figure out, right? Right. So, let me grab my notebook. We had 68 people enter for my bag giveaway. Remember, there's 2 people that are going to win a total, so there'll be a total of 2 bags given away. I assigned everyone a number from 1 to 68 because there's so many words I couldn't just pick a word. I had to do everybody at once. So, 1 to 68. So the first person to comment is number 1 at the bottom and then all the way up. So I'm going to insert that here now and we'll figure out who the giveaway winners are. Yay! Congratulations! So congratulations to Beth Johnson, who wanted a Halloween bag, and to Margaret's Crafts, who wanted a garden bag. So please get a hold of me. I will leave a comment on your comment. I will probably put my email address in here, but the easiest way to get a hold of me is through my Instagram and just shoot me a message, but I'll list that below too. Get a hold of me so I can get your address so I can make you a bag and send it out. So I'm going to try to start shooting for bi-weekly videos. Can't make any promises on that. But yeah, I'm super excited. Thank you for everyone who entered. Thank you everyone for checking me out and watching me and staying with me. I still can't believe I'm over 1,500 subscribers now, which is insane. So this was just kind of a way I wanted to give back. So congratulations again. Please get a hold of me so I can get your address and start making your bags for you. So that's gonna be all for me, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this, splice it all together, and put all this stuff around me away. So I hope you guys had a very safe September. Have a very safe October. Oh, last thing, if you stayed till the end, there was one of my subscribers who asked for, she had wanted to do like a get to know me. List questions below what you would like me to answer, I guess. Because we can do the generic ones, but list below if you have any questions that you want me to answer about me or whatever. So yeah. That's going to be all for me. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.